Hi, this is Scott Carlson with BRIX Real Estate. And today I wanted to talk to you about, is it still a good time to buy a home? Being in the fall of 2022, going into winter of 2023. Well, that's really a complex question. And you have to ask yourself a couple questions. Because before, even as early as just a couple months ago, uh, buyers are having to go above asking, having to waive the inspection contingencies. Lenders were getting creative. They were coming up with ways where you could actually buy your home before you sell. And now that there's this shift, lenders are having to get creative again, and having the 2-for-1 rate buy down. New construction before was pretty expensive, whereas now it's less expensive, and they're also offering different incentives for people that are looking to buy. So really, you have to ask yourself a couple questions. One, what do I know and believe about interest rates? Two, what do I know and believe about home prices? And three, if I don't buy a home, what are my options? Okay, so starting off with the interest rates, what I know and believe is that interest rates were at historic low rates, even up until recently, and there's been this shift where now the interest rates are at a 20-year historic high. But the thing is, a lot of people get caught up on interest rates, and it's not the interest rates, it's your monthly mortgage payment. Okay, what can you afford? And you'd want to talk to a lender about that, but it's really taking a look at that, not the utilities, your car payment, but it's taking a look at the monthly mortgage payment and what can you afford and feel comfortable paying. Okay, so that's really a big decision maker more than interest rates, because the interest rates are going to do what they're going to do. Then the second question, as far as with homes and the values, I want to share my screen with you and show you some information here. So now this is set up as for, it has all price ranges, all property types, all construction types, seller types, all sizes. Okay, so if you take a look, and this starts off at 2019, 265,000, and it's showing you the increase in the median sales price. Okay, whereas October 2022, we're at 360. Okay, now you can, so that was 3 years. So we go back, let's take a look at 1 year. So it was 306. Now it's the 360, like I told you before. Now we go to 5 years, 2017, 231 up to the 360. Well, let's take a look at the max. Okay, back in 2005, it was 216,900. There was the dip because of the mortgage crisis that happened back then. But as you see, it bounced back and has gone up. So it's, all signs are pointing that it's going to continue to go up. It's just how fast is it going to continue to raise? And even if, at some time in the future, if it does take a dip, as you can see, it rebounds and continues to go up. So with that, you want to really be thinking about building wealth. And one of the easiest ways to do it is through home ownership. Okay. If you were to talk to somebody that had owned a home for 50 years and ask them, was it a good idea or not? They're going to say it was a great idea because of the fact that they're able to pay the mortgage off, build equity. So they see it as a huge value. And it's a great way to build wealth for yourself, for your children someday. It's just a great way to build wealth. Okay. So the last question is, if not buying a home, what are my options? What can I do? Well, you'd be looking at renting. And if you take a look at some of the rental prices, well, out here in the western suburbs, you're looking anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500, and that's basically a mortgage payment. So you're pretty much paying, somebody else's mortgage to live there. So, I'm not a lender, but it is a great time to take a look, speak to a loan officer, see what your options are. And, if you're able to get out there and start looking, because there's not as many buyers. With us going into winter, there's going to be a little less inventory, but the inventory that is out there is going to be, the sellers are going to be more open to negotiating with you, as far as potentially paying closing costs, for offers that go in below asking. Buyers are at a great advantage right now. And, as far as historically speaking, once it hits January, February, you're going to start to see more buyers out there because we're going to be getting into the spring season. So if there's any other questions, anything at all that I can do to help, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Give me a call, email, text. I'm here to take a look at any information and talk to you further, however I can help you. Okay, thank you.